Pilot's Life Adventure. Lancaster, Pennsylvania to Dulles.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Of course it is.
Boarding
Let's
requested.
board. We're fueled up, and once the passengers are on board, we'll get the airplane going and be on our way. Weather's fine, both here and at Dulles. Might be dark by the time we get to
There are no
Dulles.
passenger stairs. You will not see passengers visually. Do you want to board crew?
Nope.
Passengers bus is coming.
Boarding is completed. Let's get the beacon on. And start her up. Oops. Excuse me. I think I have another bug coming on. Looks like a good start. Said our altitude is going to be 8,000. No, it's not ready yet. Okay. Good enough. Flight plan time. Leaving from Lancaster. Destination is Dulles. Add waypoint, and we're going to be going direct to, even my eyes aren't working right, Lima Romeo Papa. Well, that is Lancaster. And that's it. After that is going to be the arrival, which is the Hyper 9, runway 1 right. Transition Albany. No, we don't want that. Well, isn't this a pickle? I sure as heck don't want to go to Albany. I think this will work. I mean, I'm probably going to wind up cutting the corner here somewhere anyway. Let's go with that. And forgot to turn my beacon on. No, I didn't forget to. Hey, I did something right. Okay, well, let's get our taxi light on. And I would say we're okay to go. That's the one that should stretch off into the distance. Yeah, kind of a long taxi here. So the update's been delayed again. That's alright with me. I've got enough not working in my life right now. Ah, forgot to look for a scenery for this airport. That's okay. Won't be here long anyway. Let's try taxiing on the line for a change, huh? I would say we're ready to go. We don't blow up the engine here. Okie dokie. About an hour, give or take, to Dulles. Although we're going to have to swing south and come back around for one right on this flight. And, that might add a little time to it. So I have done away with the NVIDIA app. Last night I had the final straw, and I went back to the GeForce experience. And I know a lot of people say that's bloatware, and it is. But for me anyway, it happens to be some useful bloatware. But the NVIDIA app is a funny story. It's really strange, and I know it's a beta, so you know, take this with a grain of salt. But it worked better when I first downloaded it than it does now. And here's the major gripe I wound up having with it. For the past, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, I have not been able to change the audio input to either of my actual microphones. It selects for me my audio driver microphone input. I don't even have a microphone that will plug into that. So it became rather useless to me. And I didn't get around to dumping it until last night when I was doing something else, and said, okay, I'm just going to take the time to do this. I haven't had a lot of free time lately, but, and again, it's a beta. NVIDIA may be at the forefront of the AI revolution, and that's great and all. But you would think even a beta of an updated version of a piece of software would at least do what the previous software did correctly. Maybe that's naive of me. It probably is. But it's gone. The problem is that's eventually going to become the thing, because one of the big, I guess, changes to it was that they started putting driver settings in that app. And I guess the eventual plan is they want to get rid of the control panel and they want all the driver settings in that app. And if the recording functions are still going to suck, that's going to be kind of a problem for me, because I still haven't tracked down why OBS has this audio popping issue when I'm using Flight Simulator. Nothing else, just Flight Simulator. I really ought to take more time to try and track that down. Then I could just use OBS. Now, I'd like to go take a look at a pilot's life and see if it's actually working. But I can't use the Windows button because that will stop the recording. So I'm going to try the old Alt-Tab trick here. And that too stopped the recording. So now we're on recording number 2 for the flight. So the NVIDIA app was doing that, and now GeForce Experience is doing that, and neither one of them did that before, so I don't know what got jacked up there. But as soon as the full screen application, in this case in this case Flight Simulator, loses focus, bang, recording stops. Gotta start a new one. Well, getting a decent ground speed here, but I think we can do maybe a hair better. That was actually just a hair, wasn't it? Oh well. Well, it's never too early to start getting ready for the approach, is it? So let's pull up our weather. 320 at 4 knots, so we'll have a little bit of a crosswind on the landing. It is clear. So we want to be 3,000 at Mosby, according to the chart. So, yeah, that should be alright. Okay. And it's 110.1. There we go. But to tell you the truth, I think I'm just going to give myself a visual to one right here on this flight. Okay, let's see why the update has been delayed. Posted by Shamrock 15. What is this? Stormbirds Flight Sim News popped up on Google. Edition of the Inabuilds A320neo. Okay. A whole new memory manager running in the background. Well, that sends a chill up my spine. Due to new issues, this is a statement from the senior community manager of, I'm gonna guess, the Flight Simulator forum. Due to new issues discovered in last week's Sim Update 15 beta build, blah blah blah. WASM missing content error, Xbox stuttering / freezing, SE15 will know. Okay. Today, participants in the beta, and I am not one of those, will receive a new update. Okay. Continuing to investigate the Xbox stuttering freezing, which is related to the recent GDK update. In the interim, enabling rolling cache should reduce the likelihood of encountering stuttering freezing. That's never worked for me, but I'm not on an Xbox. They aim to have a fix for the stuttering issue on the Xbox by next week. Okay. So it looks like an Xbox problem. Excuse me. Uh-oh, Boeing 737-900 flight to Seattle makes emergency landing after engine failure. But they landed in Cincinnati. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I love this. The second engine on the right side. Oh, reporters. Okay, so the right engine shut down for some reason. Right after takeoff, so I guess they did land in Cincinnati. They just went around and landed back in Cincinnati. Cairo 7 viewer Tiffany, that's with a Y, who was on the flight, told us she knew something was wrong because the plane sounded strange when it took off and then began circling the airport a short time later. No one was hurt. Yeah, it usually is a dead giveaway when you circle the airport. Well, not much to that story. Engine shut down. I did hear another Boeing whistleblower, who at last report is still alive, went to a supervisor and said something along the lines of, hey, I don't think this wing's on right. I don't know what plant this was. I think it had to do with the 787. And so now Boeing is the subject of yet another investigation. And Boeing announced that they have uncovered falsified records regarding the issue. So, and they're supposed to launch their little space capsule here at some point too, aren't they? It got scrubbed the other day. I don't know. It's bean counters running the world. Boeing used to be run by people who loved airplanes, loved to build them. And they made money at it. They somehow managed to make money at it. Now it's run by bean counters. Just one guy's opinion there. So I think what I might do, I wonder if I'm going to be cutting my own throat here. I'm going to turn more towards Dulles, and we're just going to kind of shit can the flight plan here. Something like that. That'll work. And we're going to go ahead and start descending here. And I'm going to stop at 3,000. What are you doing? I didn't want that to happen. Okay, fine. You want to play it that way? We'll play it that way. Let's see if we can come down just just a touch faster and get underneath that, because I'd really like to just see the airport at this point. And it's going to be at about just shy of 1 o'clock here, I guess. Whoop. Just picked up the ILS, I guess. Yep. Almost looks like a fog bank. Well, okay. Let's go to plan B. This is not at all what the weather is reporting. Just out of curiosity. Oh, what am I doing? That's not what I wanted. I wonder what enable ignoring weather at this airport does. I don't think I want to find out though. Yeah, this is one of those times, isn't it? Okay, well. We shall persevere. That is, no, not cool. Okay, autopilot's off. I screwed that up. Alright, we're gonna turn out again, a little further. Should have known from the frequency this is actually a back course. I'm not doing as bad as one might think right now. Not great, but I want to be at 1900 at Waxon. And I think I'll be okay, sort of, with that. You know, about 10 miles out, so I don't really want to be descending all that fast, if at all. Just waiting on the localizer here. And if I'd known I was going to run into this, I would have done something totally different. Geez, that thing ever going to move? I'm starting to wonder if I'm actually over the state of Virginia here. Seems to me I'm flying towards the airport. But damned if I can see it. Okay, well, let's try and trust the needle here. I don't know. That's it. Thought I was going to be the Flying Dutchman here. Oh, geez, that's it. I was way off. Okay. Okay, I double checked. I did tune the right frequency, so I don't know what the heck's going on here. Maybe it's the scenery. It's a freeware. I'm not gonna go blaming anybody except myself. Did it again. I don't know. Landed, that's all I can say. I have had worse landings. Not saying that was good, but I have had worse. And As usual, I have no idea really where to park, so I don't know why I'm still taxiing around here. Let's go here. That'll work. Okie dokie. Let's unboard the passengers.
Boarding requested.
I don't know what triggers the end of a pilot's life flight. Is it engine shut down? I have no clue. But we will see. Got both bags
Passengers
off.
boarding started.
Okay, well, win, lose, or draw, that's it. A couple of surprises along the way, but what you gonna do? Thanks for watching. I don't know if anybody wants to like that or not, but hey, think about subscribing. I'll see you next time, I hope. Bye-bye.